Hey, what's up? It's Primetime Football, and today we're going to be talking about how Jaylen Waddle's injury will affect Bama this season, and how big of a difference it'll make in their offense. So, unfortunately, Jaylen Waddle, first game, opening kickoff against Tennessee, he goes down, kind of rolls his ankle. He's out for the season. So again, prayers up for Jaylen Waddle. Hopefully he gets a speedy recovery and doesn't hurt his draft stock too much. So as we know, Jaylen Waddle and Devontae Smith are two of the best receivers in the country, if not the top two. Jaylen Waddle, so far this season, he's put up 25 catches for 557 yards and 4 touchdowns, averaging 22.3 yards a catch. Very explosive. And Alabama's passing offense in general has just been very productive. But how much of this has been because of Jaylen Waddle? Before the Tennessee game, Jaylen Waddle accounted for 36% of Alabama's total passing yards. That's a pretty big number. The question is, where will that percentage go after he's gone now? Before the Tennessee game, only 2 receivers, not counting Jaylen Waddle, had at least just one or more touches. John Mechie and Devontae Smith. So basically, they do not spread the ball around. Only 3 guys, counting Waddle, had touched the ball before the Tennessee game. That are receivers, at least. That is pretty surprising. I know they're like elite receivers, but it's still pretty surprising to me. People say Alabama has this elite receiving core, which they definitely do. I think the best in the country by far. But really, outside of the top 2, Devontae Smith and Mechie, there's not much going on. I think Mechie will, of course, be given a bigger role now. He'll definitely produce a lot. He has before, and he's definitely capable of producing a lot. But is he going to produce as much as Jaylen Waddle? That's up for you to decide. And if Mechie's taking over Waddle's spot, who's going to take his? It seems like the next guy up is Slade Bolden. He looked good in the Tennessee game. He had 6 catches for 94 yards. But same as before, is he going to be as good as John Mechie? That's up for you to decide as well. So here's what I think is going to happen for Alabama's offense this season. I still think they're the best offense in college football. Here's why. They don't just have the best receiving core and an elite quarterback. They have maybe the best running back in college football, and I think the best offensive line in college football too. They'll be able to take a lot of that burden, that 36% I said earlier. I don't think Alabama will be passing. They'll definitely be passing on still, but they will be able to lean on the run more. Not a lot of teams can say that. If they lose such an elite guy like Jaylen Waddle, they're not saying, "Oh, well, we just have Najee Harris now, Devontae Smith to give the ball to." That's pretty good for Alabama. So basically what we know is the formula to slowing down Alabama's offense is to keep them one-dimensional. You got to pick your poison, You're going to let Najee Harris just destroy you, or you're going to get beat by the receivers, And that's why I believe they still have the best offense in college football, because they have that offensive line in Najee Harris and that passing attack. They're just too balanced. Even without Waddle, it's hard to see a team really stopping all of that. You got to pick your poison. But looking at their schedule, there's not really a defense that should give them very much trouble until possibly the SEC championship game, if they end up playing Georgia, or maybe in the playoffs against a team like Ohio State or Clemson. But by no means do I think any of those teams will be able to shut Alabama down. But one thing that worries me is that without Jaylen Waddle, Alabama won't be as explosive. I mean, of course, I said earlier, he's averaging over 22 yards a catch, which is insane. And if you're not as worried about getting beat over top by Jaylen Waddle all the time, the defenses will be able to play a little bit more aggressive. I know Kirby Smart likes to do that. Dallas Sweeney and Brandon Venables, they like to send a lot of crazy blitzes in. But they'll be able to play more aggressive and have more freedom. And I could definitely see a team holding the Bama to around 30 points, whether it's one of those three teams. Versus before Jaylen Waddle got hurt, I couldn't see any team holding them to under 40. That's just how good their offense was and still is right now. So those are just my thoughts on, the injury and how I think Alabama's going to look now. So comment down below what you think is going to happen. Do you guys have them winning the national championship still? Or not still, if you had them before. Are they going to make the playoffs? Are they going to win the national championship? So that's it for the video. Thank you.